Across platforms like TikTok and YouTube, there is a massive subculture of young men obsessed with becoming completely emotionless. They edit together clips of cold, hyper-intelligent anime protagonists, most notably Kiyotaka Ayanokoji from Classroom of the Elite, and present his absolute apathy as the ultimate life hack for social dominance. For a teenager navigating the messy, unpredictable social hierarchy of high school, you can see the appeal. Total emotional detachment looks like an impenetrable shield. If you don't care about anything, no one can hurt you, and you remain in perfect control. A few years ago, a 14-year-old boy posted on Reddit detailing exactly what happened when he decided to execute this philosophy in his actual life. He started by purging his environment. To mimic Ayanokoji's sterile, hyper-focused white room upbringing, he stripped his bedroom of video games, comfort items, and anything that could be considered a distraction. At school, his behavior became entirely mechanical. He adopted a permanent, unreadable poker face and strictly limited his speech to the absolute bare minimum needed to get through the day. Internally, he began viewing his classmates, even his lifelong friends, as pawns. He actively tried to manipulate conversations and social dynamics solely to advance his own academic standing. The results were immediate and disastrous. His aunts pulled him aside, worried he was severely depressed. The peers he was trying to outsmart just decided he was weird. Within months, he had completely isolated himself. A strategy designed to guarantee absolute victory in fiction had caused a catastrophic social failure in reality. In anime, drawing a character with a blank expression is visual shorthand for mysterious, calculating intelligence. In the real world, human biology interprets that exact same expression very differently. This diagram illustrates how human facial recognition logic actually operates. When we look at an entirely neutral, unmoving face, the brain doesn't see a genius. It registers an anomaly. The amygdala flags a lack of micro-expressions as a potential threat, or reads the flat affect as a symptom of depression or hostility. Once that active threat response triggers, social bonding becomes biologically impossible. People instinctively withdraw from someone who refuses to mirror their emotions. Ayanokoji was written as a victim of extreme psychological conditioning in a fictional lab, which is why his detachment works on screen. When a normal teenager attempts to force that same suppression, they create massive cognitive dissonance, burying their actual feelings under an exhausting layer of apathy. Suppressing your emotions does not increase your IQ, it amputates your empathy. By shutting down your face, you actively short-circuit the basic communication tools required to survive in any real human ecosystem. The core flaw in trying to live like a fictional mastermind is the arrogant assumption that complex human relationships can be controlled mathematically, exactly like moving pieces on a chessboard. Real people have agency. They are not poorly written background characters waiting to be outsmarted. The moment someone detects a lack of authenticity or realizes you are treating them as a variable in an equation, they immediately revoke their trust. Keeping up a manipulative, detached persona also requires constant surveillance of your own behavior. You have to monitor every reaction and suppress every natural impulse, leading to rapid psychological burnout. Treating your peers as disposable tools is a severe behavioral pathology. It burns bridges, alienates allies, and practically guarantees long-term social and professional failure. The deepest irony of this entire internet trend is hidden right inside the source material. The author of Classroom of the Elite doesn't frame Ayanokoji's emotionlessness as a superpower. He writes it as the tragic symptom of severe childhood trauma. Ayanokoji's own internal monologues reveal a desperate, subconscious desire to escape his conditioning. He actively wants to experience normal human emotions, fall in love, and even feel the sensation of defeat. Teenagers are aggressively destroying their own social lives to adopt a persona that their own idol views as a curse. It is a massive failure of media literacy. For the 14-year-old Reddit user, the turning point came when he stopped watching Sigma male edits and started reading actual psychological literature. He stumbled upon the work of organizational psychologist Adam Grant. This portrait shows Grant, whose writing on mental flexibility taught the teenager the value of questioning rigid beliefs and welcoming change. He realized that true intellectual growth requires the humility to unlearn toxic habits. He had to cross the bridge from his fictional fantasy back into grounded reality. Real emotional resilience looks nothing like the sociopathic isolation glorified online. Historically proven frameworks like Stoicism offer a much healthier model. Here is a marble bust of the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius. He championed Stoic cosmopolitanism, the idea that humans are inherently built to work cooperatively for the common good, like limbs of a single body. True Stoicism trains you to maintain self-control during a crisis so you can better engage with and help your community. It is a tool for connection, not an excuse to hide. Our Reddit user eventually dropped the act. He cut his screen time down, abandoned his manipulative mindset, and successfully rebuilt his authentic friendships. You cannot win at life by trying to act like a broken, mass-produced factory product. Real psychological strength demands the courage to communicate, the humility to connect, and the exact kind of vulnerability that fictional masterminds are written to avoid.